Howdy all, welcome to Lex Lives. I think it's time to play a little Minecraft. Alright. So as you can see, I've made it to land. Another sea-based update took place. The oceans are a bit deadlier. Well, I guess they were deadly in some spots before, but now they're deadly everywhere. So they introduced the new trident, and which it's kind of a ranged underwater weapon. There you go, right there. That is the drowned. And they are underwater zombies who, as you can see, hit pretty hard. Oh man, he didn't give me a trident. He did, however, knock my boat loose. Look at that. They seem to target boats. This is the second time I've had one knock my boat out of the water. Untrustworthy zombies. They're called the Drowned. Apparently, I did not try it out. Apparently, the regular zombies can become drowned, but not all drowned have tridents. Oh, and so I was basically traveling around looking for something else that got added into the update, and all of a sudden there's like 3 drowned throwing tridents at me while I'm in my boat, and there's just these tridents flying past me. It's kind of scary, and then I made it to land, back that way somewhere, I think, and so I went back in the water to try and kill one of those drowned, and they killed me. And so, of course, I didn't have my bed placed down, and I respawned back at my base, and I'm like, all right, well, I don't really want to lose all my stuff, so I'm gonna jump into spectator mode and zoom back out, and crash the game because you can't load chunks very fast in this latest update, I think. I have crashes when I use horses. This was a big one, though. I couldn't get back into my game at all. It was just gone from the list. It wasn't even like click on it or my save, I mean. And so alright, it's noon. I'm not going to hang around waiting for this bed. You know what? I'll take it with me, though. And I'll just place it down later when it gets dark. And so yeah, it was just gone from the list. I know there's something you can delete to try and get that back, but I couldn't remember what it was, and I'm like, meh, whatever. I'll just reload my backup from a couple of sessions ago. So like not last session, but the session before that, I made a backup. And so it wasn't a big deal. Um, and what was that down there? Oh, whatever it was, it disappeared. Nope, it's back again. Is that like an air pocket? I think that's an air pocket. No, it's just a weirdness pocket. Come on. Get to the surface and stay there so I don't drown. Thank you. So the other thing that got added, and it's the thing that I was searching for, are shipwrecks. And so I've probably been playing for a couple of hours looking for a shipwreck at this point, and I found one. So we'll get to take a look at the old shipwreck here. I'd like to get my hands on a trident too, but here we go. This is a shipwreck. This is not something I made. It's part of the game. Oh, also something else that was happening to me today. Oh, dang it! I keep forgetting I can't breathe underwater. Is pufferfish kept poisoning me while I'm traveling in the water. I don't appreciate that at all. It's pretty cool though. This is like a pretty fun little boat design here. Obviously, it's been here long enough to fill up with seaweed. They're supposed to contain some chests. There's one right there. 1 to 3 chests, it said. Ooh, that's a lot of emeralds. Let's try and get some emeralds here. Oh, now let's try to get back to the surface before I drown. I think I saw another one down below here. Ooh, buried treasure map. Oh, sweet. That's another new thing that got added to the game. Buried treasure. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Um, okay, well, if the orange streaky part is rivers, I don't know what the distance is on these, and they don't put my little cursor to let me know where about this is at, but this is kind of cool, providing I can find the area where this happens at. I wonder what's in a buried treasure. I mean, probably the same thing. You know, I didn't finish really exploring that ship, did I? I need to get back there and finish exploring the ship. I got sidetracked by a treasure map. A treasure map I'll probably never be able to solve. Uh, Only because I don't know how far out. Okay, so we found one chest in the bow. right? You think one could be buried down in here? There is. Oh, this one is full of paper. I'll take paper, I guess. Carrots, wheat, and horrible potatoes. Let me go ahead and get the other paper out of here as well. You know, with the redstone, the paper, and the iron that's in that other chest, I could totally whip up a map, right? And then we could we could try and see if I can figure out where this treasure chest is at here. Very cool. All right. Now, I need another one of these. I know I could use the compass I've got, but let's just go ahead and build a new compass. So there's some redstone. I don't even know where that came from. Probably just been carrying it around with me since I left my base. Okay, there's a compass. And then, do you surround it with paper? Yes. Okay, so there's an empty map. Now let's do the map on the point here. Okay, so now that that is expanded, do you surround it with paper again to make it a bigger map? Yes. Okay, we're going to need to expand this out a little bit more here, I think. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just do it up, I guess. Ooh, that might have been too much. That might have been too much. Dang it. I think I went one level too far. He's shooting at me. Yeah, I was talking to I was talking to my DM on Monday nights, and I've been playing the solo D&D game, which I know is a game designed to be played with other people, but at the moment I'm having problems finding other people that fit my. Wait, wait. Why is part of this map filled in all of a sudden? I apparently was on the map. I didn't know how this worked. Oh, ooh, I'm on the map. I'm on the map. Uh, okay, it's this way. And I was close enough to trigger part of it. Okay, well, it can't be here because this is open water. Oh, this is awesome. I might be able to find the buried treasure. But it's inland this way. And so he has also started doing the same thing I was doing. And so that was kind of fun. Although he likes well, he's asked me to tell him what's going on in my D&D games because he likes to, I don't know, listen to the story. And so I guess I won't be keeping him up to date on that one. Oh, what do you think's in a buried treasure? Yeah, this looks nothing like the map did before I got here. I would have never found this. Okay, so according to this, there's a buried treasure here somewhere. Like right here somewhere. This might be easier if I... Is that sand floating? Do a little something like this. But yeah, they it's pretty crazy. The book that I'm playing, Horde of the Dragon Queen. It I made it through the first couple of chapters pretty easy, and then I wish I had some vague idea of how far down treasure's buried. Oop, got ourselves a leak. That totally isn't where I... Not doing a good job getting rid of the leak. And so the first part has you in this place called Greenest, right? And so I made it through that. That was okay. And I was just kind of checking it out at that point. I'm looking it over, and I'm like, I think I could do this solo. It seems pretty straightforward what's going on because some of them are like open world, and they're like make up a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, well, I couldn't do one that was like that because at that point I would just be telling myself a story, and and that's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to play the game, and so um, I used to play these books when I was a kid uh, that were something similar. All right, let me check my treasure map again here. Okay, so it's according to this, it's right around here somewhere. But like I said, I don't know how deep you gotta go. I have no idea. I haven't looked up anything about these treasure chests or buried treasure. Well, it can't be buried if I have to dig through the rock to get to it, right? That's not very buried. So I gotta assume it's in the sand here somewhere. Right? Come on. Dirt, please. There we go. Got myself a little air pocket here to dig from. Hmm. Okay, let's try this other side here. I wish I knew if there was like some thing hinting that I was getting close. Oh shoot, I'm still underwater. Like, is that just an approximation? Is it up here on the land? Weird, I don't know. But anyway, so this last little bit I played this week uh, was crazy. They give you the distances that you had to travel with this caravan, and hmm, and it was like 750 miles, and I'm like, wow, that's a pretty big distance there, 750 miles, and it's like roll a dice for every day of travel, and it will let you know how many times you have an encounter, which is usually a puzzle you have to solve or bad guys you have to fight, and then here's a table. Roll a 12-sided die to determine what happens, and so the first one was 50 days of travel is what it worked out to be, and so I roll like twice and get an encounter, and then I roll another time and I get like two encounters, and then there are encounters that just take place, and so I was like, all right, all right, all right. Uh, I'll do those too, and so I'm doing all these encounters, and then I'm like after the third or fourth roll of do I have an encounter or not, I'm like, you know what, this is just too many encounters at this point, and so I changed it so that I only rolled. If I got an encounter, I didn't have another encounter for 5 days, just automatically, because there was no way I was going through that many encounters. It was bad. I kept rolling encounter after encounter, which I mean, it's my own game. I can do whatever I want, and I could just ignore them. But you know, and then the second one, after I made it past that, I bought some upgraded gear for my characters at the town we made it to, and so then they went on to another place, and I'm like, oh no. And so then they're like, oh well, now you got to roll. Now you got to roll another set of dice for the encounters. I went up an entire level from the encounters in between point A and point B, and which is kind of funny because the game we play on Mondays, it's like 2 days from one city to the next. And this place is like 750 miles. Because you're traveling in a caravan with wagons, you can travel 15 miles a day. Hey, guy, do you know where the treasure is? I'm starting to feel gypped. Oh, man. Are you going to come down here, or... No, it's too deep for you? I think I bought a fake map. I think that's what's happening here. Unless it like just generates somewhere where the map says there's a treasure. Like, what if it does generate underground? Wow, you put the torches in your hand and your map gets tiny. It still reads to me like it's out here somewhere. I guess. That zombie. Hey, aren't you supposed to become a drowned when you're in the water? You don't look very drowned. Hmm. I mean, would you bury your treasure way underwater where you can't reach it? If I was a pirate, I'd put it in that cave right there. I saw you hiding in the camouflage. Hmm. Yeah, see, it's way far from where it says the treasure is. I gotta guess it's right where that X is at if I can figure out where that X is at. It's gotta be like right here. I'm gonna try over a little bit right here. Uh, but yeah, it was pretty crazy. And then last night I was gonna play some more because I had a little bit of time to play, and instead I got caught up in a conversation on Discord with my Wednesday night DM discussing his new plans. Uh, he wants to change everything up that we've been doing, and he we're like a little over halfway through this campaign. We're basically at the here's how the story ends part, and we've just got to fight our way through these cult temples that are underground, and that's it. That's all that's left. And so he told us 2 weeks ago that we couldn't level up. Uh, he wanted us to take a long rest before we leveled up again. And because for him, he thinks it's silly to get a level while you're in a dungeon. Uh, I don't understand that mentality because a level is your character, um, you know, like I can understand. No, I can't understand any of it because the whole game works on you get a level, you get your abilities. And if we played it that you had to take a long rest before you leveled up to this point, I would be fine with it. Because, like, the game that I play, well, the game I used to play, we haven't played in a long time, on Sundays, uh, we have story elements to level up with. And so if your level up involves new powers, you have to find a place where you can learn the new powers. And dang it, I'm back down to digging through stone again. But I'm pretty sure this is like. Dang it, I want to see my map. I'm pretty sure this is like right where this map says is right here. It's like right here. And I obviously have not found the treasure. Can we please go down before I drown here? But, yeah, so it's super irritating, and I told him that last night while we were talking. I'm like, dude, this is so irritating not to be able to level up. And he's like, well, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I'm like, but we've been doing it that way this entire time. You're not supposed to change things up once the. Like, you might want to tweak something or add something, but this is different. You are stopping us from getting our abilities. And that is the whole part of the game that makes it a game. Otherwise, we'd just be sitting here talking to each other. And I want my level up. I want my new abilities. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's got to be. Who buried this treasure, man? You buried it in solid rock? They buried it under the water, which is making it difficult. You weren't even spilling out there until I closed that other one in. Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to just dig down here. Let me put my torches back up on my hotbar here. I thought maybe there might be a cave, maybe? I have reached redstone level, so obviously this is not how this is supposed to work. Gotta be careful, I don't want to. Now I've reached bedrock. Alright. So there's no cave. Oh crap, there is lava though. And yeah, but so it turns out that he has decided that there's a bunch of stuff we missed. Now remember, he's in charge of telling us what's available. There's a bunch of stuff we missed that he wants us to do now, and so he also has some other stuff that's not in the book that he wants us to do. He wants to make some more tweaks to how we play the game, and the long rest is to force us out of the dungeon because he's not going to let us long rest in the dungeon. And that's really the major problem with him as a DM is somehow in his mind he's got it that he doesn't allow us to do things and he allows us to do things and he tells us what we're doing and the game is supposed to be you can try. You can try. You're not allowed to. You can try. You might fail, but you can try. And so we really should be able to attempt, at least, to rest in the dungeon. Well, I am definitely not finding this buried treasure. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Click like if you like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one. I will talk to you later.